Friends, hello, thank you so much for being here. Wow, what a day in the market. Digital World acquisition finally has a rough day. We're going to talk about it. A lot going on here. People are scared, people are furious, people are like laid back, people are buying more. And let's round all this information up here, mix it all together, and talk about what is going on here. And I am not going to tell you what to do, but I'm definitely gonna give my own where I think this is going and what I think it's going to do here more than likely. So let's talk about that. So obviously Digital World acquisition today, probably around what was this, around noon today, fell to around 37, 36 for a split second, and then we ended the day at 41. So a big recovery. As far as I'm concerned, the fact that it closed off in the 40s was amazing. I was thinking like, okay, this might be it. We might be going to the low 30s here. I told people this, like I've been telling people this for weeks now. I wouldn't more, if I was you, I have personally set up a sell, a limit sell if it falls to your price point. If your buy-in is at 30, if you just want to get out without losing something, to make yourself feel comfortable. Some people don't care, they're like whatever. But I've told people like this is going to be a volatile stock because the closer we get to the deal happening, the closer we get to Trump announcing that he is going to be the candidate, things are going to happen here, and that's what we're seeing. So let's go into the news with what's happening. Trump media sued by co-founders, that is what really hit hard today, ahead of DWAC merger, potential setback for the deal. Where does this go from here? And we'll read a little more here in a minute. Obviously, I'm going to be honest, I was kind of expecting something like this to happen. We've seen setbacks with this stock already, where the merger was supposed to already happen, where this was supposed to be on the stock exchange, where people could buy it, and we keep seeing setbacks. So the fact that this is happening, and this is where me relaying this news, I can only give my opinion. Whether this is real or these are just, obviously allegations at this point, whether it's true or not true, I don't know. I don't know. What I do know is that, obviously as an investor in Digital World acquisition, wanting to have this stock pushed as far as we can get it, I want it to go away. I think the majority of us do. But you literally, and there's no way for me to say any of this without sounding, like I'm promoting Trump. And I know people that love Trump come on here. People that hate Trump, seems a lot more than not, come on here and rip me apart. And it was funny, like soon as this happened today, as soon as this happened, I was just like, the bears just like unleashed on me right here with this. Obviously, the general media is going after Trump. I mean, they are doing everything they can to stop this deal from happening. The general media, the left wing, media does not want True Social to be on the stock exchange. They don't want it, obviously, for multiple reasons. And that's one reason, you don't hear Rumble being talked about that much, because Rumble it's free speech. It's more right wing at this point. Now, it's not always going to be like that, but this is where these things are, and this is where they're starting. So with that truth there, and that's truth, I don't know how far they're going to push this. I don't know that there is going to be a setback with it. Obviously, we'll come back to this in a moment here, but the actual stock, like I said today, we had this huge sell off, and this is where it was like I was watching it, like it was teeter tottering. I was like, oh god, here we go, here come the low 30s, maybe high 20s. I might buy more, who knows. I know a lot of people did, obviously, because we saw the bulls kind of snap right back in there. Big explosion at noon, and then the bulls came back in to kind of ended today at 41. So I think it was a good recovery. I mean, to me, it's a good recovery. This thing could have kept falling dramatically. And I got to be honest, I'm going to show my cards here. I thought it was going to take more damage than it did. But the fact that it's still holding this 40, I think that's great. Now, tomorrow's Friday, last day in the market. This could be a different story. Who knows how far this story is going to progress here. Former President Donald Trump was accused in a lawsuit Wednesday of trying to drastically dilute the value of stock shares in his social media company held by the firm's co-founders, potentially depriving hundreds of millions of dollars in profit. Now, these are just allegations. And the partnership United Atlantic Ventures alleges that Trump Media and Technology Group engaged in wrongful 11th hour maneuvering to dilute UAV's majority stake in the media company. A court filing says the Delaware Chancery Court lawsuit comes in advance of the planned merger of TMTG True Social with its shell company called Digital World Acquisition. And obviously, if Digital World Acquisition shares are approved with the merger next month, Trump could walk away with $3 billion or more of Digital World's share price. And God knows what the share would be at that point. The share could be sitting still at $40, $50. I don't want to say lower, obviously, or it could be stupid high. I don't know. So today was interesting with this news, because this was the first time we saw Digital World take damage from bad news with Trump. And obviously it directly was with Trump, but it was directly with the stock itself. Now, how far are they going to be able to push this with, tomorrow is March 1st. We know the deal is supposed to happen here towards the end of March. How fast are they going to be pushing this? I mean, I'm not trying to make this a conspiracy channel here, but obviously, they're throwing everything but the kitchen sink at Trump right now, financially. I feel like if this was even a Biden thing, if the roles were reversed here and this was like Biden unleashing his media company, I would be like, I don't know that I believe this 100%. It's a little fishy that this is now coming out ahead of the merger. I don't... It seems like it's a setup, so who knows where this is going to go tomorrow by next Monday. But as far as we know, it's not hurting the deal. Now, could it? Absolutely, this could progress into something stupid. I don't know. But as of right now, all we can go on is that it's not. There's two ways this could play out right now. This could play out as the story progresses in the next trading week, and we see Digital World start to have fear around it, where we start to go into the 30s, low 30s, and then we go back into the mid 20s until something is wrapped up here. Now, I do believe if they announce that the deal gets pushed back, it will sell off. It will be a bloodbath in Digital World, and that's just if they push it back. Obviously, I don't think they're going to cancel the deal. So much has been set up at this point. When I say cancel the deal, I mean like Digital World and True Social separate. That's a whole different thing. If anything, they could just push the deal back, which would bring pushback with the stock. Now, if they were to cancel, if Digital World and True Social were to separate and it just falls apart completely, which I don't see that happening right now, obviously Digital World would be useless. It would be useless, and it would plummet probably to $9. That's just the God's honest truth. So that's why I've told people for weeks now, set a sell limit wherever you're comfortable. Don't be greedy in this, because you saw today, a snap of a finger, this thing's like it will sell off so quick you will not be able to get to your phone, your computer. I mean, you will come back to your phone and you will be out hundreds, thousands of dollars. So that's just me telling you. I just think you need to set that safety. I've been in the stock market for a while now, and things that say they're going to happen and that they're supposed to happen, you can't trust it. Even if you're like a huge Trump supporter and you love Trump, this really has nothing to do with Trump and the deal going through. This is business stuff, and business is brutal. So this could fall through. Who knows? But right now, I'm going to stay positive and say the deal is happening. But like I said, this could change by Monday. Who knows? Or it could just blow over and the deal happens like everything else with Trump in the news. So I don't know. The fact that the stock rebounded so good today was like, okay, I don't think there's that many people that scared, because the stock rebounded so good. So who knows? And obviously there's still the New York thing where Trump is, they're wanting, almost $1 trillion, half $1 trillion. I'm not even going into that. So I don't know, guys. I've been saying this too, and not to sound like a broken record here, but this is going to be an up and down stock to have. It's just going to be a brutal stock to have until this deal is done. Then that's a whole different conversation. I'm hoping at the end of this month we see True Social and Digital World come together, be one. Where the stock price will be at that point, I don't know. But I do know this: if this gets proven to be a lie or not true, and it just gets thrown out of court, then that's going to be huge, and that'll probably run the stock up a lot more right there, just based off the hype of it. So that's probably what will happen. Tomorrow is Friday in the market. We are expecting earnings in some companies, FOBO. So tomorrow is Friday in the market. We are expecting earnings in some companies, Plug Power, FUBO, things that, God, FUBO, God, please give me a good earning. If not, I am going to be so screwed. I put a lot of money in that. So I'm hoping they pull off this quarterly. I'm going to be crying in tomorrow's video if not. But Digital World here, I didn't sell out. I didn't sell out. I'm still in really cheap. So I've got a lot of wiggle room to lose, some meat off the bone here. It's going to take a lot to get to where I'm at price point. I'm in the low 20s here. And I know a lot of you are like at 14, 17, wherever you're at. But and a lot of you have been trading this, back and forth. So I think this is just growing pains. This is a dangerous situation. It is, and when I say that, people I think get mad. They're like, no, it's golden. It's gonna happen. I think if you're saying that, you haven't been here that long, and I don't say that to be rude. I just mean that as we've already had setbacks. It's a dangerous place to be confident in that. You're relying on something that you have no control over with these business dealings. And not to mention, you're dealing with one of the most loved/hated men in the world right now, especially here in America. So there's going to be, this is just the tip of what's probably going to be coming down the road here with, allegations, all that kind of stuff with Trump. You're talking about a guy who is running once again for president of the United States, and the general media hates him. So, I don't want to say too much about this, obviously. These are allegations that I do not know that are true or false. This is just part of investing. It is sometimes, I hate to admit this, but investing is a little bit of a gamble too. It is gambling. You are hoping, because right now we're not investing in a company that's making millions and billions of dollars and revolutionizing the news, with its special technique of how it delivers it. It's not an AI company. It's nothing like that. You're strictly investing in hype right now that we believe 40 is the low for the stock, what it could be. If we get to the merger here at the end of March, we could be potentially talking about Digital World here, which will become True Social. Could potentially be a 70, $60, $70, $80 stock, maybe for a moment. And then by November, who knows what this stock could be on the stock exchange. So that is what you're trying to make it to, and it is a hard road to make it there. There is all kinds of stuff to get tripped on the way, and that's what we're going through right now. We are going through the valley of just, there's just all kinds of things being thrown at us right now. Like I said, I'm happy it had this big dip today when the news came out, and I think a lot of people just bought back in and bought up more shares. It did not lose a lot of strength. You got to think about, last week in the market when we went through a really bad situation, we kept our 40s. Today with this honestly pretty bad news. This is like really terrible news. Like I hope it's not true. It is really bad. Not that I know it's going to matter, but it's honestly pretty bad news. And I'm not saying it's true or not true. I'm just saying it like we're hoping it's not true, because it will probably mess up things. But the stock really didn't have that big of a sell-off. Yeah, we were at 45 today. Things were going good, and it was just kind of doing what it usually does. And then the news came in here a little after 12:30, and then boom, it just started trailing down. It really wasn't even like a $10, difference. I thought it was going to keep going. I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to lie. But it survived. Now, tomorrow, that's not to say this won't go back to 35 or, a 30 something. Who knows? But right now, I'm pretty impressed that it did what it did today. So, friends, I'm not going to show like a candlestick chart or anything. I think this is just pretty cut and dry what's happened here. Bad news today. But potentially good news if everything's proven that it's not true. Now, how fast they're going to be able to do this, I don't know. Like I said, Trump has got so much going on right now. I don't know where his focus is and what's going to happen. But, he talks about True Social all the time. He talks about it in his speeches, all that kind of stuff. So they're and I say that because it's good. They're talking about it because we want the deal to happen. As investors, we want the deal to happen, and that's what we're looking for right now. So whether you are a Trump fan, not a Trump fan, I don't care. Great, good, grand. We're here as investors. We're hoping for a company, a stock that we are hyped about, that we are strictly investing in because of hype. And we are wanting this thing to happen. And that is strictly as an investor. And I hate to say it, but it is a little bit of a gamble right now because we're not betting on money. We're betting on allegations, and we're betting on hopefully this guy will make it to November as the candidate of the United States of America to be president. And potentially could be president again, which is freaking nuts. And you're investing in the company that he pretty much owns the majority of stakes in. So, and not to mention, Trump's going to make a shite load of money off this deal here at the end of March if it happens. Why do you think all this stuff's coming at him right now? I mean, let's be honest here. If he could promote people to buy it, he would, but obviously, FCC can't do that. Friends, I'm going to shut up. Best of luck out there. Let me know what you think. How far do we think this is going to go? Is it going to wrap up? Are people just going to forget about it by Monday? And the stock's going to be back to like, $50, $55. Who knows? This market is freaking nuts, man. AI is taking back off again. What the hell? Like, it's going again. I can't buy this stuff fast enough. Like, don't get me started. Take care. Talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.